let's review this one. Bishop b5, Ruy Lopez d6, we take the knight. So actually instead I will castle or play d4, and the reason is I mean, if we want to take the knight, we can do that later because the knight is pinned, it cannot run away. And so I understand that after the trade, black have this bad double pawn, but the thing is, I think the light square bishop is a little bit more like worthy than the knight. So if I will play as white, I will probably not trade bishop with the knight, and if I want to trade, I will do that later. So, but I don't say that's a problem. It is still a good move. I'm just sharing my thought. So black taking that, knight c3. This is good. Divided knight, and knight f6. Castle, make the king safe. Very good. Bishop to g4. So this bishop pinned our knight. h3. We kick the bishop, and it's the same. So I will move my bishop to h5 instead of trading the knight, because I think a bishop is slightly better than a knight. So after the trade, queen to f3, d5. So instead I will move bishop to e7, the castle. So I mean, controlling the center is very important, but on the other hand, king safety is sometimes even more important than controlling center, because so especially with this d5 move, so there is an upcoming pawn exchange, and after the pawn exchange there will be an open or semi-open e-file, which makes the king exposed. So it's better to keep the king safe at the first place. So bishop e7 and later castle. So that's my recommendation. So d5, take queen e3. So as I said, because there is a semi-open file, so I think rook to e1 is the best move to attack the e5 pawn. So let's say if bishop move to d6 to protect the pawn, then we can take the d5 pawn, because the queen is blocked to protect the pawn, then we can win the pawn. So if black play e4, and we can play d3 because the pawn is pinned, so we can later take the pawn and win the one pawn probably. So queen e3, we want to attack the pawn, but the difference is we're moving another piece, developing another piece. So we involve the rook to attack our opponent. So yeah, this is better than with only attacking with only these two pieces. Bishop d6. Yeah, so now we cannot take d5 because we don't have a queen aiming at d5. But f4 is really interesting. Queen e7. So I would say d4 is something could be considered. There's a fork, and black is going to win material. So instead of f4, I would recommend d4. Attack the pawn, the same, but also like preventing black playing d4 to fork out pieces. d3, yeah, I think there's still a problem. d4, there's a fork. Castle, black didn't do that, and the white probably realized there's a problem, so play d4, this is good. Bishop d6, queen g5, queen f5, g6. Well, g6 is a blunder. We lost the knight. So count how many attackers on the knight. We have two, the rook and the queen. On the other hand, black only have one defender, so white can win the knight. And that's a mistake. So instead I will move knight to e4 to control the center, and later I can kick the queen if I want. So yeah, g6, but white didn't take the knight. That was actually the best move. Bishop takes the pawn. Yeah, that's a good move to win the pawn. Rook e8, bishop pin the knight. Yeah, this is great. Bishop e7 to unpin the knight. Queen g3. Rook b8, rook h4. So adding another piece, attack knight. This is very great. This is very great. Knight h7, queen h6, rook h4. This is so good. This is a very good plan to attack the knight. So I think white started to have this plan in head, when we move the queen to h6. So we don't trade the queens. This is a very good strategy, because the black king has more problem than the white king. So keeping the queens on the board favors white. Queen is a very strong and powerful piece, so let's keep the queen so we can attack our opponent's king. Rook f4. So if we realize rook h4 is the next move, I think black should try the way to stop or destroy the plan. So for example, like I think queen, keep the queen at the e5 is a very good move. So for example, let's take the pawn. If we rook to h4, we can move queen to e3 to trade the queens to resolve this problem. But in this game, we move the queen to the other side, which is not necessary because we can take the b2 pawn with the rook immediately. So yeah, so now we have the problem. How can we defend this threat? I don't think so. This is very hard. Even though we move rook to e6, I think white can still can win. And knight d5, attack the queen, and control e7, and then queen h8. So there's a checkmate and also queen attack. The d4 pawn is well defended. This is very good that we maneuver the rook to like not only protect the pawn but also support the queen. Yeah, this is very good. Yeah, so then rook e7. Yeah, so we lost the game. Okay, that's it.